to go. Good afternoon. This is the news update on Dominion Television Ibadan. I am Olusegun Fawole. President Bola Tinubu has summoned an emergency session of the Federal Executive Council scheduled for Tuesday, July 15th, 2025 in honor of the late former President Muhammadu Buhari, who died in a UK hospital. Tinubu disclosed this in a heartfelt tribute he signed shortly after news of Buhari's passing broke. The president confirmed that Buhari will be accorded full state honors and will be given a befitting burial. Vice President Kashim Shettima has arrived in the United Kingdom, from where he is expected to convey the remains of former President Muhammadu Buhari back to Nigeria for burial. Shettima's media aide Stanley Nkwocha made the disclosure, noting that the vice president was received at the hospital by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Tugar. His corpse is expected to arrive in Nigeria today for the final burial rites according to Islamic rites. The Olubadan designate Oba Rashidi Ladoja has postponed his return to Ibadan, Oyo State, till July 28th, after the 21 days of mourning of the 43rd Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Owolabi Olakuleyin Ige I. Oba Olakuleyin died in the early hours of July 7th after a brief illness at an undisclosed private hospital at Jericho in Ibadan, the state capital. The 21-day mourning commenced on Tuesday, July 8th. The declaration of the mourning period is under an age-long tradition of Ibadan land. It was further gathered that Ladoja therefore directed both the Ekeri Olubadan, Oba Amidu Ajibade, and Ekeri Balogun Akim Adewoyin to ensure that the Olubadan Palace at Okearemo, which was temporarily shut, reopened to receive sympathizers on his behalf. The Oyo State Environmental Monitoring Team, backed by the Nigerian Army, Police, NSCDC, Amotekun, OITMA, and the Environmental Task Force, has demolished illegal shops and shanties from Ibadan toll gates to Abiola Ajimobi Technical University. Executive Assistant to Governor Seyi Makinde on Security, retired CP Sunday Odukoya, who led the operation, expressed concern over the rapid rise of illegal structures despite repeated warnings. He warned that offenders will now be prosecuted in mobile courts. Odukoya noted that the demolition aims to reduce crime and enhance public safety. He urged affected persons to relocate to designated markets with proper facilities provided by the state government. The attention of the federal and state government has again been called to the deplorable road at the Elebu Oluyole Extension community. Our correspondent, Richard Ashaolu, has the report.
Extension Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, has called on government at all levels over the negligence of the road linking more than 45 communities in Elebu, calling on government to act swiftly towards the rehabilitation of the road. The community members expressed their heartfelt during a chat with Dominion News, stating that Seyi Makinde's administration has failed in the fulfillment of the promises made during the commissioning of the Community Health Center.
We have been begging government to do the road because the road is bad. It's only road we need for this place.
The Alata Community Secretary Adetomobi Alade mentioned that as part of efforts made by the community stakeholders to appeal to the government towards the rehabilitation of the road, letters were written, but just a brief attention was given by House of Representatives member representing Edo Federal Constituency, Honorable Aderemi Useni, emphasizing that Useni constructed the road halfway, leaving the community in a state of dilemma as to when it would be completed.
We have appealed to the state government, we have appealed to different politicians who promised to do something, but only one of them, you can see it on the board there, who came to bail us to about 500 meters. And he promised proceeding to where we went, but we didn't see him again. Still waiting for the government because the community cannot embark on it. It's a very costly project. Even the bridge itself that gets money cannot, be embarked upon by the community. Whether individual, the state government or the federal government, all what we want to see is to appeal to them to do the road.
A landlady in the community, who chose to be known as Dara, lamented on how the bad road has severely damaged her car, adding that the worsened situation of the road has made a visit to the mechanic workshop more often than usual.
They should come and fix the road. The road has been bad and I've been fixing my car. Bonnets, in a week. I go to the mechanic 3 times a week. It doesn't make sense. And the road is bad. The road is bad, as you can see. And it's not getting any better.
Meanwhile, the youth president, Elebu community, Yusuf Adeyemi, noted the previous effort made by the resident to sandfill the road and construct the bridge that links the different communities, stressing that the abandoned Gesimane Bridge project has consistently claimed lives and properties as rainfall intensifies. The entire community, however, called on government at all levels to be responsive to their griefs and outcry. The report was packaged by Richard Ashaolu. I am Oluwayemi Adelakun for Dominion News.
And now to the foreign scene. South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has suspended Police Minister Senzo Mchunu following allegations made by General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, a top police official. Mkhwanazi accused Mchunu and Deputy Police Commissioner Shadrack Sibiya of interfering in sensitive investigations and colluding with criminal syndicates. Ramaphosa has appointed Professor Firoz Kachala as acting Minister of Police following the suspension. Cameroon's longtime leader, President Paul Biya, has officially announced he will run for another term in office, ending months of speculation over his political future. The 92-year-old announced on social media stating his continued determination to serve. Biya has been at the helm of Cameroon for over 40 years, making him the second longest-serving president in Africa. His decision to seek re-election has sparked criticism from opposition figures and human rights advocates. The United States President Donald Trump has said the United States will send advanced weapons of very sophisticated military equipment to Ukraine because they were needed to repel intensifying Russian attacks without revealing the number. Donald Trump confirms the equipment will include Patriot missile defense systems, which Ukraine desperately needs. Trump also said the United States will be reimbursed 100% for the latest supplies, adding that's the way it should have been a long time ago. And now talking sport. Chelsea will now wear a special gold badge for the next 4 years after hammering PSG 3-0 to win the Club World Cup. Apart from the £100 million in prize money and the newly designed trophy, Chelsea will also get an unprecedented badge of honor. Before this year, the club that won the title got to wear the gold badge for just a year. However, FIFA President Gianni Infantino has since rebranded the competition and it will be played every 4 years. The Premier League had barred Liverpool from wearing the same badge regularly after they won the competition in December 2019. You can follow us across our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn @Dominion Broadcast, and on X @Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television. I am Olusegun Fawole. Thank you for watching. Good afternoon.